Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your host, Kimberly Magnus.
Hello, and welcome to the Hunger Games' biggest fan awards. I'm your host, Kimberly Magnus. So many people claim to be the biggest Hunger Games fan, but this is the only show where they can prove it. Let's meet the tributes that are competing tonight for the title of Biggest Fan of the Month.
I'm Angelina Petroselli. I am from Forest Hills, Queens, New York. And I would start skiing when I was really young, and I loved it ever since.
My name's Ashlyn Shading. I'm from Michigan. I'm 12, and I like to write. I write fan fiction about Hunger Games mostly, but I write other stories too.
Hi, my name is Evie Pollard. I'm from Philadelphia, and something interesting about me is that I'm an actress.
Hi, I'm from California, and I really like acting. I'm an actress as well, and I'm currently doing theater and hoping to pursue a film career.
I'm Trinity Carter. I'm from Kentucky, and yes, I do some martial arts with my brother. I do some karate, and I do some jiu-jitsu as well.
Yes, hi, my name is Nene Kirby. I'm 14 years old. I live in Long Beach, California, and as you mentioned, I am a fashion designer. I've always loved the entertainment business since I was 4 years old. I also write my own songs. I'm an actress and I'm a dancer.
Hi, my name is Nora Pollard, and I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and yes, I sing Italian opera, and I do private and classical lessons for a couple of years of my life.
Hi, yes, I'm Jill. I'm from Austin, Texas, born and raised. I love photography, especially taking of dogs. I'm obsessed with dachshunds and Belgian Malinois, and I also play volleyball, lots of tournaments on the weekends, so I stay busy.
A big welcome to all of our tributes, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Okay, so let's now meet our distinguished and all-around awesome judges. Crystal Watanabe is the owner of the Hunger Games fan site, jabberjays.net, and won first place in a national Hunger Games trivia challenge where she won a gold Mockingjay pin. Are you excited to see how these tributes are going to compete tonight?
Yeah, I was really impressed with our first batch of tributes, so I'm really excited to see what this new batch will do.
Jackson Sharp is a freelance Hunger Games writer and was in the first Mockingjay movie with his twin brother as a District 5 rebel, and he was also a stand-in for the actor Woody Harrelson. Okay, Jackson, what are you looking forward to the most tonight?
I think the thing I enjoyed most about last show was just seeing the fans and get to know a little bit about them. And it'll be especially special since the movies are already over with, so to see that the fire's still going. So I'm excited about that.
And finally, we have Dr. Amy Sturgis, who teaches the Hunger Games at the undergraduate and graduate level. Her article, Not Your Parents' Dystopia, won the 2015 LA Press Club Magazine's Column of the Year. She received her PhD from Vanderbilt and has lectured on the Hunger Games throughout North America and Europe. Welcome to the show, Amy. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. I am excited. The bar has been placed very high, and I'm looking forward to seeing these tributes rise to the occasion.
Thank you, judges. We are happy to have you all here. So the winner tonight is going to receive $100 cash and the title of Hunger Games' biggest fan of the month. But more importantly, they will qualify to compete in the Fan of the Year competition, where the winner will get a cash prize and receive the biggest Fan Awards trophy. It is 15.5 inches tall, plated in 24-karat gold, and is made by the same company that makes the Oscars. How awesome is this? Okay, so first we're going to start with you, Angelina. What would it mean to you to win the biggest Fan Awards trophy?
It would mean the world to me. I just love the Hunger Games. So I would sit on a single shelf in my room, and I would stare at it every night and be like, I want it. I'm the oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
That's awesome. You know, I'd probably find myself doing the exact same thing. It's now time for the first round of competition. The judges will ask the tributes a series of trivia questions. For this first set of questions, each one is worth 1 point each. The tributes will have 15 seconds to type in their answers. All right, Crystal, go ahead.
Okay, who did Rue remind Katniss of?
Time is up. Jackson, your question, please.
In the Hunger Games movie, how many tributes are killed at the cornucopia at the beginning of the 74th annual Hunger Games?
Time is up. And Amy, your question, please.
All right. Who is the bony old woman who sells, among other things, bowls of hot soup in the Hob in District 12?
And time is up. It is now time to find out the correct answers. Crystal, what is the correct answer?
It was her sister, Prim.
Wow, we got a sharp set of tributes on our hands because all 8 of them got it correct. Nice job, tributes.
Jackson, what is the answer to your question?
Okay, so the answer to my question was 12.
And congratulations to Kanaya and Ashlyn for getting it correct. Good job, guys.
And Amy, what is the correct answer?
The correct answer is Greasy Say.
So after the first set of questions, the tribute in first place is Kanaya. Congratulations, Kanaya, and all the other tributes who did awesome as well. It is now time for the second set of questions, which are slightly harder, so they are worth 2 points each. Crystal, go ahead and ask your first question.
Okay, in the Hunger Games, what does Katniss eat when she arrives at the training center?
Time is up. Jackson, your question, please.
Okay, so my question is, what was the name of Lord's single that was released with the soundtrack of Mockingjay Part 1?
Time is up. Amy, your question, please.
A legendary Roman leader, who also is the subject of one of Shakespeare's plays, provides the first name for President Snow. What is President Snow's first name?
Time is up. Okay, so Kanaya, tell me, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling a little bit like, I know I spelled something wrong, so I'm like, I don't know, but I'm okay.
You were in first place in the first round, so I'm thinking that you'll be okay. Crystal, what is the answer to your question?
The answer to my question was goose liver and puffy bread.
Oh, wow, Crystal hits us with the all or nothing questions. Good try, though, tributes, good try. Jackson, what is the correct answer?
Okay, so the correct answer I was looking for was yellow flicker beet.
Good job, Kanaya, you're still kicking it. Amy, what is the correct answer to your question?
The correct answer is Coriolanus.
Crystal, go ahead and ask your last question.
In the Hunger Games, what is the training center's elevator made of, and how does Katniss react to it?
Time is up. Jackson, your last question, please.
Who tripped back into the punch bowl when Katniss shot an arrow at the Game Makers in the first Hunger Games? You did not find out about this until the second book, I will say.
Time is up. And Amy, your last question?
According to Suzanne Collins, What hero from Greek myth helped inspire the entire premise of the Hunger Games? I'll give you a hint. He's from Athens.
Time is up. Thank you, judges, for those trivia questions. If you at home want to suggest questions for the judges to ask on future episodes, email the question and answer along with your name and Twitter handle to questions@biggestfanawards.com. Okay, so Nene, what did you think about those questions?
Yeah, I don't think I got any of those correct, but it's okay. Fingers crossed. You never know. I actually might have got some of them.
Okay, so Angelina, what are you thinking right now?
I'm with Nene. I think I'm not really that confident with my answers, but still, fingers crossed, I might get something right.
Aw, don't be scared. I think you might do better than you think. Crystal, what is the answer to your question?
So the elevator was made out of crystal, and she actually loved writing in it, and she wanted to ask Effie if she could write it again, but she didn't because she thought that might seem childish.
Okay. Well, good job, Jill and Nene.
Jackson, what is the correct answer?
Okay, the correct answer to my question is Plutarch Heavensbee trips backwards into the punch bowl.
Amy, what is the answer to your question?
The answer is when Crete demanded tributes from Athens, Theseus was the one who went with the tributes so that he could end the slaughter of the tributes for once and for all.
Okay, that completes the first round of competition. Crystal, how do you think the tributes did?
I'm actually a little disappointed. I mean, I thought my questions weren't that bad, but I guess they were a little hard, so we'll see how they do in the next round.
Jackson, what did you think of the performance in the first round?
I'm just hoping to see their knowledge really gets to be shown and gets to show out here in the last final round. So,
Amy, what are your thoughts now that round one is over?
Well, I think we're not giving away this trophy, this prize. It has to be earned, right? So it has to mean something. So I think it's important that this is a challenge for the tributes, and I want to see them bring their A game because I know they've got it to the next round.
The tributes who will be moving on to the second round are going to be revealed right after this.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Do you want to be a contestant on the Biggest Fan Awards? Go to biggestfanawards.com to apply to be on our next show. The application is free and you could win a cash prize. A high-speed internet connection and an HD webcam are required to be on the show, and be sure to ask your parents before applying.
Welcome back. It is now time to find out who will be moving on to the second round. So the tributes who will be moving on to the next round are Ashlyn, Nora, Evie, Kanaya, and Kennedy. Angelina, Nene, Jill, I'm sorry, but you are not the biggest fan. Before we start the second round, let's learn a little more about these tributes by taking a quick look at their audition videos.
Hi, my name is Evie Powler. I'm 11 years old, and I am the biggest Hunger Games fan.
I feel like the Hunger Games found this goal for me in life that I'm currently striving for, and whenever I watch the Hunger Games or read it, gives me so much energy and fuel, and it motivates me towards this goal.
I know the Hunger Games like the back of my hand, or should I say, the back of my bow and arrow. If I was stuck in the middle of the woods with no food, no water, and no survival kit, WWKD, what would Katniss do?
Phoenix! Dude, gotta go, or they're gonna kill us all. Come on, gotta go. Don't just stand there, come on!
I write fan fiction and read fan fiction. I know everything there is to know about this whole series, so I hope you pick me. I hope the odds are in my favor. I'm the biggest fan.
Very nice tributes. We certainly have an interesting and fun cast of characters here, that's for sure. Okay, it is now time for the grill session. So this is where the judges take turns asking any question they want. Their goal is to determine whether or not the tribute is actually the biggest fan. Good luck. Crystal, you can begin.
What is your favorite line from the Hunger Games and why?
I would have to say my favorite line is, "If we burn, you burn with us," because it's inspiring and it's showing that if you're gonna hurt us, then you have to go down with us.
In the movies and even in the books, we hear shockingly little about Peeta's family. How do you feel about that?
I feel like we should have heard a little bit more about them because, I mean, Peeta's a big part of the movie, and so his family should be too.
I think you read Hunger Games fan fiction as well as books, and I wondered what you look for in a fan fiction story about the Hunger Games.
For excitingness, and I want to be entertained. I want it to capture my attention. I don't want to be bored when I'm reading it, and I don't want to be like, I want to stop reading this. I want to be able to like it.
Something that a lot of Hunger Games fans like to do is figure out where in the districts they would be. Do you know what district you would be in if like based on where you live?
I feel like I would be in District 12 because eventually in the trilogy they become healers, and I'm good like that.
Okay, so my question is, there's been rumors about Lionsgate releasing prequels to the Hunger Games, and it sparked some controversy because some people are thinking that's kind of against the whole idea of the Hunger Games because it's glorifying killing. How do you feel about that?
50-50. Some of me saying yes, some of me saying no, but I don't really know yet. I mean, it's kind of all flattening out at this point.
Which character is most inspirational to you from the Hunger Games and why?
I'm gonna say Katniss because she is standing up to the government, which is very hard to do, and she is a girl and she's very inspiring for young readers and viewers, and I think she's very inspiring to me and to everybody.
All right, and time is up. Okay, let's bring in our next tribute. Are you ready to face the judges?
I don't know, I'm really nervous.
Okay, Jackson, please get us started.
If you got the chance to meet Suzanne Collins, what question would you ask her?
How did she get the story? How did she put it together? All of the reality and the game. How did she do that? I don't know how she got that idea.
I believe that you write Hunger Games fan fiction, and I wondered what is it about the Hunger Games universe that inspires you to become a creator and a participant in that universe yourself?
Just the way it's created. I just love the characters and the story so much, so I wanted to take it into my own perspective, make it my own kind of, but I use the same characters.
So with the Hunger Games, it was kind of it was kids killing kids, right? But then in the second one, it shifted to adults. What did you think? What was your reaction when you heard that Katniss and Peeta were going to be with adults?
I thought it was awful. To make someone go all those victors go in again. I think that's completely awful.
Okay, so my question is, as a fan, you had the chance to read all 3 books and see all 4 movies. So what is your most favorite memory as a Hunger Games fan?
When I went to go see Mockingjay, me and all my friends, we put face paint on and we braided our hair, and when we walked in, everyone was staring at us, but it was amazing and I don't regret it at all.
You have quite a Hunger Games collection. I wondered if you had to take just one item from your collection and save it, which one would it be and what does it mean to you?
I think it would be my Mockingjay pin because it's like the symbol of the rebellion, and I'd keep that definitely.
All right, and time is up. It's time for our next tribute. Are you ready to face the judges?
Yeah, my heart is really pounding, but yeah.
Amy, go ahead.
I understand that you like Finnick as a character. Can you tell me why? What is it about Finnick that resonates with you?
I really like Finnick because he's different. He's arrogant, but he's funny, and I usually don't like characters like that, but he's kind of like, there's just this different quality about him that I really like, and it's awesome.
Okay, in that same kind of strain, I know you're also a big fan of Jennifer Lawrence. So if you could have one day to spend with her and do whatever you would like, what would you do and where would you go?
I would probably go watch all the movies with her, and I would probably go out to eat with her and I don't know, just hang out with her and go to walk around or something. It would just be like a dream. Oh my god.
Imagine you're in the Capitol trying to start a fashion trend. What would that trend be?
I guess a trend of like costumes or something like you would wear the Capitol, like, because they have like colorful stuff, and I really think it's cool. So I think like dresses and stuff, and I think that.
Could you talk about one goal or motivating force in your life that has been a part of your life because of the Hunger Games? Something it's brought to you?
Yeah, I have. Ever since I started reading Hunger Games, this goal came, and I'm just like, I have to pursue it. Like, I just go back to Hunger Games because it motivates me. It gives me energy to like actually pursue the goal. So, yeah.
Okay, Kanaya, so some Hunger Games fans who lean towards the feminist side were really disappointed at how the end of Mockingjay Part 2 depicted Katniss as a mother wearing a floral dress. Do you think the argument has like any valid points?
I actually disagree because I think Katniss is still who she is, but you know, she's finally found peace and she has a kid and she's with Peeta, and I feel like she's still herself and all the memories will never go away and she's living her life. Yeah.
All right, and time is up. Okay, let's bring in our next tribute.
Okay, Nora, so one of my favorite things about all 4 movies is the score, which was composed by James Newton Howard. Is there a certain song that you like to listen to the best, or one that really sticks out to you?
One of my favorite songs in that movie was definitely The Hanging Tree, because it had a perfect tune, harmony, and I loved it, and it gave me chills down my back every time I listened to it.
WWKD. Why is that an important question? What does it mean to you?
What would Katniss do? Katniss is an inspirational and a girl leader, and she's inspired me to be brave when there's difficult situation, and I believe WWKD is one of my favorite things to say when I'm in trouble.
Let's say you're in the Hunger Games. What special skill would you show to the game makers in your private session?
Every year I do rock climbing, and I'm amazing at climbing. I would probably, if they had a climbing area, climb for them because I can go really high and I'm fast at it.
Okay, so in the Catching Fire arena, it's shaped like a clock and there's hourly perils. So, but there's several of them that are unknown. So if one of them was in there specifically designed for you, what would your biggest fear be to find in the arena?
My biggest fear would probably be fire, because it's hard to escape fire because it spreads so fast. And I don't know if I would get out. Hopefully I would, but definitely fire.
Of all of the older tributes, the past victors in the Porter Quell, who would you want to be your mentor?
I think Haymitch is pretty good. He's witty, he's good, and he was a victor, and he's loyal. I love him, and I believe he does love all of his victors that he's trained, especially Katniss. I would want Haymitch.
There are a ton of Hunger Games posters. Is there one that stands out to you that, as your favorite?
There is a poster I actually have, and I've seen a lot of people have, and it was from Mockingjay Part 2 in her outfit, and it says, "If we burn, you burn with us." And it has quotes all over the poster from the movie, and I believe that was one of my favorite posters because I would literally say a quote every day before I start the day, and it was just really beautiful to see that poster in my room.
All right, and time is up. How do you think that went?
I think it went pretty well. Hopefully I can pass to the next level, and hopefully I can become the biggest fan of the month.
Okay, let's bring in our last tribute. Are you ready to face the judges?
Yes, I am ready to face the judges. Of course, I'm a little nervous, but nerves can be good. So.
Okay, Jackson, go ahead.
If you could attend the Hunger Games exhibit, which is I think currently, or the last was in New York, what props and what costumes from the movie would you be most excited about seeing?
I would be excited to see Katniss's main costume in the first movie when she goes into the Hunger Games, because one, I just want to see what it looks like in real life. I don't have the costume, so I just want to be able to see what it's like and touch it.
Can you think of any example of a scene in which, or a part of the story in which the film does something different than the book, in which you liked the film better or the book better? One of those places where the book and the film don't exactly line up?
I like in the book better that Madge gives Katniss the Mockingjay pin instead of the lady at the hall, because I like that you don't just see it on there and that someone before Katniss becomes big sees that Katniss has potential and that she's gonna need this and this is gonna be handy for her.
Suzanne Collins puts a lot of food in the book, so what was one of your favorite foods that she mentions in the books that you wanted to try the most?
I don't know, I'm more of a healthy eater, so I don't really eat. I feel like most of it was unhealthy stuff and I don't really eat unhealthy things. So, just any kind of desserts, because dessert is the bomb.com.
Okay, so my question is, Gary Ross directed the first Hunger Games, and then Francis Lawrence came on for the last three. So who do you think made better choices stylistically as a director?
Personally, I think the last three movies were better because they were more similar to the books, and I feel like the first movie wasn't as close to the books, and I'm more of a book person, so.
All right, and time is up. What a grill session. Good job to all the tributes. You know, they definitely faced some tough questions there. Crystal, how do you think they did?
I really liked some of their answers, and it'll be interesting to see who makes it to the next round.
And what did you think, Jackson?
I'm really impressed with what these guys brought, to these final rounds. I think we have several different fans that have different strengths, so but I was just excited to hear that they're also passionate, had great answers that were, well thought out.
Amy, your thoughts?
Well, I said they needed to bring it, and they brought it, so certainly can't complain. It's wonderful to see that these tributes really live the Hunger Games and take that inspiration and run with it in different ways in their lives. So very inspirational.
We are all wondering which tributes will be moving on and which tributes will be ending their journey here. Please tell us which tributes will be advancing to the final round. Right after this.
Ahoy, fans of the Hunger Games. Do ye be searching for your next book to read? Do ye be wanting action, humor, and romance? How about one that be teaching you how to be richer than your parents? Then ye be wanting Pirates of Financial Freedom, the first personal finance adventure novel. Don't be a pox-faced, grog-snarfing barnacle brain. Get it today and treasure it forever.
Would you like to advertise your company or product on the Biggest Fan Awards? Contact us at advertise@biggestfanawards.com.
Welcome back. We are now going to find out which three tributes will be advancing to the final round. Jackson, who have the judges chosen?
Yes, the final three are Kanaya, Ashlyn, and Nora.
Awesome! Congratulations, Kanaya, Ashlyn, and Nora. Ashlyn, how you feeling right now?
Oh my gosh, this is like the best moment ever. You have no idea.
And Nora, what does this mean to you?
Oh wow, I guess the odds are in my favor. This is amazing. Thank you all so much, and you all did amazing.
So congratulations to all three of you for making it this far. You certainly deserved it. Unfortunately, Evie and Kennedy, you guys are not the biggest fan and will not be moving on, but we had a blast with you guys, and thank you so much for joining us. It is now time for the final round of competition. In this round, you each will have up to 1 minute to tell the world why you are the biggest fan. America will then vote for their favorite tribute, and the one with the most votes wins. Ashlyn, are you ready to make your case to the world as to why you are the biggest Hunger Games fan?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, so your time begins now.
I'm the biggest Hunger Games fan because I love Katniss's journey from oppression to the leader of a rebellion. I can relate to Katniss's love for her family. She sacrificed herself for her sister. She took care of her family after her dad died. In the arena, she took care of Rue and Peeta. She is smart, resourceful, independent, and she can hunt. Strong qualities you don't always see in a female character. I love that. I also think a lot of kids know what it's like to lose a parent, have to take care of their siblings, not having enough food or the things they need to survive while the others have enough. I love that she stood up for what she believed in. It helped to see that it only takes one person to make a difference in this world. Sometimes kids feel like they don't matter, but Katniss suddenly proves that you do matter and you can make a difference.
Kanaya, are you ready to tell the world why you are the biggest Hunger Games fan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, start your plea now.
I'm the biggest Hunger Games fan because I feel like Hunger Games has like created this thing in my life, this goal in my life that it motivates me, it gives me energy, and there's never been like a series that has ever like really excited me. And I feel like it's changed a lot of things in people's lives, and you know, like Katniss's character, she shows that one person, whoever you are, you can like create a difference in the world. And I think that's really amazing. That's a good like theme in the books and the movies. And I think the whole story of Suzanne Collins, she's a really great writer. Amazing how she wrote this character and created like this amazing thing for people to see. And I feel like it's changed a lot of people's lives, and just watching Katniss grow and just go through all this pain, her father dying and her friends dying, and then at the end of the whole series, she's like happy with her family and everything. And I think that's really good for people to see, and just to see that they are important in the world, that no matter how small you are, no matter how small you think you are, you're very important in the world. And I think that's a good that in the book.
Nora, are you ready to make your plea to the world why you are the biggest Hunger Games fan?
I am.
Okay, start your plea now.
First of all, Katniss has inspired me and motivated me in tough times and tough situations because she's brave as a girl leader and she's very inspirational. Like, she's taught me what to do in bad times, again, WWKD, and I feel like she's motivated a lot of us. Also, I have so much merchandise, posters everywhere, costumes, and I never stop talking about it. I've read all the books, I have all the movies, and she just inspired me a lot throughout my life, and I feel like those movies are inspirational, and I would love if they made more books and more movies, but unfortunately that hasn't happened. But it was amazing doing this, and it was amazing having those movies in my life. Thank you, and I really hope this happens. Please vote. Thank you so much, and Hunger Games is my life. Don't forget to vote.
Thank you, Tributes, for those answers. Now let's find out who the judges think did the best overall, taking all 3 rounds into consideration. Crystal, who do you think deserves to be the Hunger Games' biggest fan of the month?
It's really tough, but because Ashlyn has really good energy, Kanaya has really good knowledge of the series, and Nora seems to live the Hunger Games, so it's tough. But I think if I had to pick somebody, I would pick Nora, just because I feel like her answers were very heartfelt, and I feel like it would mean a lot to her to win. So,
Amy, how about you?
Well, this is a very tough choice, and honestly, I would be happy with any of the three as winners. But I have to say, I mean, I am a professor here. I do love someone who knows their way around the books and has a great knowledge of the work. And I feel like, Kanaya really knows the Hunger Games, and I really admire that. And so I'm cheering her on and hoping that the odds are ever in her favor. But we don't have a loser in this group. It's a terrific group of tributes.
Jackson, who is your pick?
I have to agree with Crystal. That was a really hard decision. I think that they all have something to offer. I think Nora is quick on her feet. You can tell she's really thought about these answers. But I might have to go. I'm kind of debating between Kanaya and Ashlyn because Ashlyn has so much passion. She's so excited. But I think I might have to go with Amy and stick with Kanaya just because her knowledge is so thorough on the Hunger Games, and that's really shows that she spent a lot of time with the Hunger Games books and movies. So I'm with Crystal. Anybody could win, and they deserve it. All of you deserve it.
Ashlyn, how you feeling right now?
I just want to say thanks. It was really fun, and I just want to know, Amy, where's your college? I want to take that class.
Thank you. Thank you. It's Lenora Ryan University, and we're in Hickory, North Carolina.
Nora, how you feeling?
Thank you all judges. Your input was amazing, and just like Katniss, hopefully I'll win this for me and my sister.
Well, we heard what the judges think, but they don't get to pick the winner. You at home do. So how can you vote? We want to make the voting process as transparent as we can, so we're going to make a separate tweet for each of the three finalists. To vote, retweet the tweet of your favorite tribute. Whichever one has the most retweets will be the winner. The voting will be open for 1 week. Do you think you have what it takes to be the Hunger Games' biggest fan of the year? Well, our next show will air in 1 month, so if you want to be on it, apply now at biggestfanawards.com. That's all for today. Be sure to join us next week at the same time where we will announce the winner. And thank you for helping us honor the most important people in show business, you, the fans. Good night.